So good morning, Fenlanders. How are we doing? I'm Daniel. This is our farm. Today's going to be a carry on from yesterday, really. Queen's funeral yesterday, so we didn't get that much done, but I did manage to make my post. Today, going to be all about digging holes. So we didn't want to dig them. Ugh, they're heavier than I thought they were going to be. We got an injection pump to go back on the 6610 as well. So here's my post extensions I made yesterday because they were only in the ground that much, and now they're in the ground that much. So I got a long way to dig down. Jadey, my good friend Jadey from Jadey Peachey Groundworks is coming to help me concrete the holes in a little while. Without further ado, there's my tools for the day. Grumpy Grandad's going to drop me the bucket off and then he's going to get the gates round, I think. So, you can have a time lapse of me digging holes. Look how excited I am. It's proper wintry out here this morning. Proper hat and boiler suit all going on. So stick around, see how we get on. Cheers guys. Me and Grumpy Grandad have dug ourselves a well. Look at that. Yeah, we've got the gates going in. Jadey's going to come and help us concrete the posts in, and then it'll be a couple of weeks before we put the gates up. So I don't know if you can see that, my camera can see that. You got black, white oo, and then different kind of white oo. This is concrete, obviously. That's type or chalk and type 1 or whatever mixed together, and then you've got the stuff we farm, most of our fields, and then you've got this peaty white oo stuff, and then peat. And I know that old saying, measure twice, cut once, and we got that wrong. So yeah, we've got to go another half metre out for the gate post. So another little dig up. We're just having a load of fertiliser delivered, and that's our last load of fertiliser to be delivered from Frontier now. Yeah, nice lads, made them all a cup of tea last time, and we've got a new lad starting driving and one retiring. So he's teaching him how to drive a lorry properly, which you don't like. No, it's just fertiliser delivery, innit? You got to know what you're doing. Grumpy Grandad's just sawn the bottoms off a gate post, and I am now about to bust some more concrete out of this hole, because where that spike is standing there is where we need to go to. So we got our measurements a bit wrong. Grumpy Grandad got his measurements wrong.
What they say, measure twice,
Yeah,
cut
yeah.
once.
Yeah. So yeah,
So true.
it is so true. I'm pretty certain I either measured them with my foot, or I measured them
Not very well.
not very well while I was drunk or hungover or something. So it's only about a foot of concrete to bust through, so we'll get through. So yeah, we've just hacked a load off the bottom of these, and we're just going to push it in the hole and then concrete. You can see, I showed you before. Sorry, my gloves are in the way, but that's where the hinge, bottom of the hinge is, and that's where the concrete comes up to. Well, that's nowhere near enough for us. So
You started digging the hole and realised.
yeah, we started digging the hole and realised how deep we were going down. We were nearly in Australia, so you know what Grumpy Grandad said a minute ago, with me not measuring my gates properly. This is turning into Laurel and Hardy does gate building. So Grumpy Grandad cut some off the end of the gate post here. Why is my arm not working? There. No, down a bit. That's back to front. There we go. He cut some off and now he's going to weld it back on. So we have a laugh around here, don't we? So the boys are getting the concrete in the hole. See if it will. Oh.
You realise we're going to charge you for using the van?
Trouble is, if it falls off, that's 500 quid in it.
Well, you better hope it don't bloody fall then.
Don't blame my van.
Don't jump around on the van, Jadey. There we go, you can watch what's going on now. Too late now, I think. Look at that, Dad. Let's go back a bit, don't we?
Far up, you're not going to move that along.
Well done, Bill. Keep up the good work.
Don't start. Three lanes, this is.
Did you say you have to do all the housework when you get home, Jadey?
All the housework.
All the housework?
All the housework.
Coming through. Ah. Oh, now you've gone on to run out of battery.
I was going to say, you had
There we go.
You not turned it on the whole
No,
time?
I forgot to turn it on. No, I'm just kidding. Dad holding up the gate closed. Jadey doing all the work. That's what we like to see. Should we go and have a cup of coffee with him?
Have beer?
Beer, yeah. It's not beer time yet.
It's a very important job, I'll let you know.
So am I. If I won't lean on this trailer, it'll roll away.
That's one, eh?
Now you got now do it, Vinny.
Doing it all wrong.
What they got to do, Vinny? The mix is all wrong, isn't it?
Yeah, need to put more water.
Yeah, more water. Grumpy Grandad's now diesel pump back on. Injection pump back on. You can talk to yourself, okay, can't you, Dad?
Talk to myself.
Can you talk to yourself?
Spent half my time talking to myself.
Asking yourself for expert advice.
Yeah.
So what are you
Somebody's
doing
got
now? Other than struggling.
Trying to get this now, this line the keyway up, which you can't really see.
No, the keyway in the end of the. Yeah, you can see the keyway in.
You can see the keyway, but you can't see where it's got to go.
No, I'll leave that to you. Grumpy Grandad's flying solo.
Trying to line up the keyway in the sprocket. Well, you got to make sure when putting an injection pump on. Two little marks there, mark on the injection pump, mark on the casing, put your finger on it. The mark there, mark on the injection pump, mark on the casing. They have to be lined up. They're done at the factory when the tractor's built. And that's how it's set. Make sure your timing's right. One nut right at the back, which you can't get to very well. It's even worse on this 6-cylinder pump. The 4-cylinder I done earlier in the year was reasonably easy. You could get a 3/8 socket in there and a flexi end. This one, the stud has come right out. Haven't done an injection pump in about 15 years, and I've done 3 this year so far. Never throw away old spanners. Always keep them in case you need to cut them up to do a special job that you can't get to with any other spanner. Got to do that one before I forget about it. Can't do it with gloves on. That's famous last words, I suppose, but this has not been a bad tractor. It's a T-Reg 6610 John Deere. It's had an alternator, water pump. They had plastic impellers and they broke up. Starter motor, and now the injection pump. And that's all I've done to it. As I say, I've probably put the mockers on it. It's doomed. I suppose in an ideal world should put a new seal in there. I haven't got one, so I'm not going to. If it don't leak, until it leaks I'll fix it. That's it, that's good. So I'll stick that front cover on there when I'm at it. A little bit of brake cleaner, clean that seal off. A little wipe round in case that leaks. I'll put a little bit of, just a smear of instant gasket over it. Some that shape spanners. That shape spanners. 2 sets here, I'll put them all into one packet. Keep them all together, in theory. So you got that, and you got that. Try and get underneath here. I've already got one that shape. So if I can't get it done, I will cut this one, because I've already got one. Whatever I need to do to get the job done. It's so bad on the 4-cylinder ones because the body's not quite so big, but the big body's much bigger on this one. You can't get a socket in.
Right. So you got a cut down spanner or a wonky spanner?
I've got a wonky spanner. I've got 2 sorts. I've got the
Wonky both ways.
banana one and a, well,
A double banana.
What do you call that?
A horseshoe shaped one.
Boomerang shape.
Boomerang shaped in there.
One of them.
Yeah, one of them.
Damn, there's two big roundy edges there. I think I might go and grind one off.
Grumpy Grandad's gone to grind his spanner down, just so he can see if he can get that in there, and I'm going to fix my gate. See what I've broken? I broke it. So first things first, I'm going to get the gas, and I'm going to burn around everywhere I need to weld and try and heat it up, and then get this straight and knocked back into place. And this one, if you can see that. The rest of them all good. The rest of them I didn't manage to hit with the mower, so keep finding. Now we'll go straight for a trailer tyre, no worry. Right, more heat. Undone. I get them welded up now. Oh, that's hot. Why I have my goggles on? Pretty good.
Goes on easy that way, look. Easy that way. Turn it over that way. It's too thick there.
Right.
I've got to grind a bit more off the end of it. That's what's happening underneath. It's slipping around like that.
Right. A John Deere specialist service tool.
Well, that looks like it just for this one. Never throw away old spanners. Put them in a box somewhere in case you need to cut one up.
Life lesson from Grumpy Grandad.
To do the job, because the job's got to be done.
Yeah. Rather than get somebody else out here who has got a specialist service tool.
Well, they do.
So that's a wrap for today, folks. Thanks for watching. If you like our videos, check out the other ones on screen now. Stick around and see if Grumpy Grandad gets the 6610 fired up and if I get my gate tool straightened out. There we go. Cheers, guys.